How's it going, Rogues Gallery? I just got back from the California LCQ for Shadowverse Evolve, and, well, we have a lot of news to talk about that kind of dropped while I was traveling. Some incredibly important news, some things that I have been really hoping for, and, hey, this really cool collaboration that they just announced for Set 3, which will be dropping at the beginning of next month. Just, on February 2nd. So, some really exciting news. So, let's talk about it. I imagine today's video is not going to be super long, but I just really had to talk about it because some of the stuff I think is kind of a game changer for a lot of people. So, let's talk about the obvious one here. We have the Millie Parfait collaboration with Shadowverse Evolve, and what this means is that, one, there's the collaboration. If you're a big fan of Millie, then here you go. And also, she's just like super cute, super cool VTuber. So I personally am a fan of this collaboration, and I think it just looks incredible. What it also means is that the English version is getting unique collaborations that the Japanese version did not have. So I think that's actually really cool for other potential future things. I know they have done some Hololive collaborations as well, so if they do like the English Hololive VTubers, we could see stuff like my personal favorite VTuber, Mori Calliope, or other ones. So I think that'd be really cool. So I think this is just kind of like a portent of things to come, but also you get these really cool collaboration cards. So let's go over them very quickly before we dive into the bulk of the news. So we do have this alternate art, Millie, which is, I do believe it's the same card as the Wizardess of Oz from the third set. We also have the signature version of that, as well as the leader version. What's cool about the leader version is that I think it comes in both foil and not foil, which I'm gonna be very interested to see the pull rates on that. There's also these really cute sketch cards that I do also believe they come in like the that hard token slot. So very curious to see how rare these cards are. I think it's a really cool leader. In fact, one of the best leaders in the set. Though I personally I'm hoping for the Daria leader, but Millie's good too. Millie's good too. I'd be very happy to get a foil Millie leader in my case. And then here's some of the other collaboration cards, which is awesome. So she's getting like a whole suite of collaboration cards. We're gonna try to like zoom in a little bit here, but honestly, it's kind of hard to see. So we have It's a Sweets Buffet and the Cauldron of Calamity, as well as Millie herself. We're gonna take a look at these in more detail once we actually have the cards. But these are just kind of like alternate art versions of cards that are appearing in Set 3. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to be doing a whole video about Set 3 very soon. Hopefully in a week or so, going over like my top 10 picks of the set. But these are really cool cards and really chase cards and just really great art. Really great alternate art here. I wish the fidelity on these was a little bit better so we can actually read some of the stuff. So like Sweets Buffet is a stat card, so it's for like Dirt Rune. In fact, all of these are Dirt Rune stuff. So the Wizardess of Oz is a Dirt Rune card, as well as Cauldron of Calamity and the Sweets Buffet. These two are amulets that have stack, and the Wizardess is a pretty good payoff for that, kind of strategy. So anyway, pretty cool. I dig it. Yeah, thumbs up for me. I wasn't really expecting this, so it just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and it's just a really cool and cute collaboration. If you're a really big fan of Millie, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, very cool. All right, let's get on to the big news, the news, as it says here. So we got a bunch of announcements from the Bushi Road English Conference Winter 2024, and there's some. Oh, they've done it. Exactly what I wanted. We're cooking here. So let's go over them very quickly, just in the order that they presented them. So first of all, we have the new promo series. This is promo series 4 for shop tournaments. I think this is a pretty good selection of foil promos, to be honest. There's a lot of like pretty good and well-used cards here. So we have something like Insight. We have the Devil. In fact, let's get a little bit of a zoom on this one as well. Okay, well, the zoom's not working that great, but we get stuff like Execution, right? We get some very playable cards. Insight, Execution, Fiery Embrace, Nature's Guidance, even Mini Soul Devil. These are all like fairly played cards. Some of them see less play, as we go on. Maybe like Execution gets, less play here and there, but I still think it's a great promo to have, and, some folks will still play with it. So I think this is a pretty good smattering of promos here. But that's not the big news. That's not the big news. That's just kind of like, okay, that's pretty cool. Here is the big news that I have been waiting for. We have a brand new tournament circuit called the Showdown Series that will culminate in what they're calling the Grand Showdown. And from what I've gathered, you can think of these like Magic the Gathering Grand Prix or Magic Fests, or like, if you're into Flesh and Blood, like a Calling or something like that. Like a large scale open invite tournament. And this is exactly what we needed. They have the Grand Prix in Japan. Well, it looks like we're going to get the Showdown Series for the English release. So let's kind of read what they have to say about it. So far, we don't have a lot of details. One of the big things we're missing is the prize structure. So it does say Championship, Showdown, and Circuit tournaments will be combined into Showdown Challenge tournaments that stores may host once per season. As part of the Showdown series, players will also be able to attend new competitive tournaments called Grand Showdowns. These events will be open to players from all around the world, and players can win exclusive promo cards and an unsponsored invite to the next World Finals, which we know takes place in Japan. I'm actually about to leave very shortly to do casting at this year's World Finals, and could not be more excited for that. And it says find out more here. So let's kind of like open this up in a new little tab. There's not a lot of more there's not much more information to be gleaned from this, right? It just says Grand Showdowns are brand new competitive tournaments where players can win exclusive promo cards, yada yada yada. These events will be open to players from all around the world. Stay tuned for more information. So basically, like I said, we don't really have much more information. It does say the champion of each Showdown challenge will receive a buy card, which will give them one free round at the Grand Showdown of the season. So basically, if you compete in the Showdown challenges at your LGS, and if you win, then you get a buy card, and then you can use that buy card to get a free win at the Grand Showdown, which is pretty cool. So it does give you some incentive to go to both events, which I think is really, really good. Go support your LGS, get the buy card, and then go to the bigger event, get that free win, and then, more prizes and all that kind of stuff. So this is the thing that I'm most excited for. We have one other really, really cool tournament announcement, but basically my big hope for this year was more tournaments and more prize support and all of that kind of stuff for Shadowverse Evolve, because I truly think the game is really, just really, really good. It's one of my favorite games to play. This kind of stuff can really incentivize people to, actually go out and play in organized events. So very, very cool. Organized play for the Western card gaming audience is actually incredibly important. So yeah, that's the Showdown series. I'm very much looking forward to it. Very, very much looking for more information. Once again, especially like prize support, and as well as like side events and all of that kind of good stuff, because all of that kind of goes into these kind of things. And yeah, very much looking forward to this. So stay tuned. I will be covering more stuff about the Showdown series, especially the Grand Showdown. All right. We also have Bushi Road Springfest 2024. So starting this year, Shadowverse Evolve has been officially added to the Bushi Road Springfest lineup, which is really, really cool. So if you don't know much about the Bushi Road Springfest, kind of like me, because I'm more or less new-ish to the Bushi Road tournament scene. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you'll know I was a huge, huge fan of Dragoborn back in the day. But, I've kind of gotten back onto the Bushi Road game series with Shadowverse Evolve. And this is, I've come to find, a tournament series that you play in teams, so like a team of 3. And what's really cool is that you have to each member of your team has to play a different class or craft, right? And this is true for Shadowverse Evolve as well as the other games here, Weiss Schwarz and Cardfight Vanguard. But in Shadowverse, every player has to play a different craft, which I think is cool. So if you're like the sword specialist, you can play sword, and if your buddy's like the rune specialist, they play rune, and then dragon. And what I think is super cool about this is it forces class diversity, especially among the teams. I really dig these kind of events. And personally, team events are some of my favorite events in any card game. So yeah, that's what this is. Here it says, yep, players will compete in teams of 3 with each player on the team using a different class or universe. And here we have the prizing. We have participation and free fight promos, as well as the champion promo. So let's talk about the free fight and participation promos. These are good promos, right? Explosion, Tin Soldier, Heroic. This her new Heroic dude. What's his name again? Heroic Envoy. I don't remember. I don't have all of the set 3 cards memorized yet, but this is one of the Heroic cards for Sword. Very, very good card. We have Dragon Summoner. These are actually good and playable cards. Explosion, the whole Humpty Dumpty thing, it might look like a joke. It is not a joke. Humpty Dumpty is legit, and you will be terrified of Humpty Dumpty Haven. Just trust me, it's brutal. Tin Soldier also very, very good. So these are actually legit good promos. Also, don't want to discount the chess rune stuff here. So these promos, good, very good promos, very well played promos, right? And then the Bahamut. So Bahamut, I don't think sees a ton of play, but I'll be honest, this looks rad as hell. Like, I think this is a very, very cool looking promo. Personally, I'm a big Dark Angel Olivia, stan, as you can see in the background right here. I even have a figure of her. But I think this Bahamut promo looks really, really rad, and I would absolutely love to win one of these. I don't know. I can maybe play this in a deck here or there. I could see this being played in some sort of like control deck or something. I don't know. It's cool. I dig it. I think it's great. And then here's more about the Bushi Road Championship Series. So Bushi Road Championship Series 2024-2025. Starting from this year, Shadowverse Evolve will also be part of the Bushi Road Championship Series lineup of games, joining Weiss Schwarz and Cardfight Vanguard. So it looks like this year, this is the year that Shadowverse Evolve joins all of the other Bushi Road games for the tournament circuits, which I think is just awesome. It's just kind of like solidifying Shadowverse's place in the Bushi Road lineup. And then here's kind of another really, really big and really, really important thing that everyone who's, cares about Shadowverse competitively really, really needs to pay attention to. So we have the standard shop challenge. We have regionals, but what's really important here is that regionals is open invitation. Qualification from shop challenge is not necessary to participate. They have gotten rid of qualifications for all of the major tournaments except for World Finals. So you don't have to, play in your shop challenges to play in the regionals. So if for whatever reason you can't participate in shop challenge or whatever, you can still go to regionals and still compete at the highest level to attend, potentially the World Finals. So this is really, really good. It's really, really player friendly. And so like this, the open invitation regionals combined with the Spring Fest combined with the Showdown series, especially the Grand Showdown, I think they're very, very much on the right track here. This is exactly what I was hoping for, a new big competitive season for Shadowverse Evolve. Once again, I'm probably personally most excited for these Grand Showdowns. But Springfest team event seems very, very cool. And once again, here you can see the regionals promos. Very, very cool. So I'm really into this. And then the final reveal was, hey, we have set 5 coming. This is the set that introduces the Omens, which is very, very cool. We have Galmia, which is a absolute favorite. And then we have my favorite, of course, the Sword Omen. I think her name is like Octress or something like that. The Omen of Usurpation. She's the Usurper. She's she's super cool. I really liked playing her in digital. Not sure if the archetype is great here in Evolve yet, but I'm really excited for this set in particular. The omens are awesome, and yeah, very cool stuff. Shadowverse is really catching up to the Japanese release, and it looks like starting to catch up to the Japanese in terms of like, event equity and all of that kind of good stuff. So yeah, that's going to be the video for today. I'm really excited for this year for Shadowverse Evolve. We have Worlds coming up in just a few short weeks. You can definitely catch me in the live stream, live from Tokyo, Japan. And then I really want to attend some of these events. Showdown series seems cool. If I can get some buddies together, we can do the Spring Fest. I think that'd be really fun. And then, of course, you can't discount the regionals into next year's World Finals. And then, just more sets, more great stuff. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of all of the news today. Are you excited for the Millie Parfait collab? I think it's super cute. Came out of nowhere, and I'm actually like really excited for this. It gives me another leader that I'm actually going to be really looking forward to pulling from my case. Because before it was just Daria, but now, yeah, I like Millie. She's cool. So I'm gonna end it here. Just starting to ramble. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of all of this stuff in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time.